Hi again, this is Coca from Coca's Island with another product review of what this is. It's a power assisted electric bike kit for a 26-inch. I call them beach cruisers, but they're just your common Schwinn bikes. Anyway, this I got online. It was like $170 delivered. And it boasts up to 60 kilometers per hour, which is 37 miles per hour. Has a 48 volt, 1000 watt brushless motor. It comes complete with the motor, a front wheel, a controller, handbrakes, and throttle. Okay, so first things first, let's just get this thing opened up. Check, make sure all the parts are in here. No, it doesn't look like any shipping damage. To be well packaged. Most of it's shrink wrap. Comes with a pouch, box kit, good box hardware, I'm sure. Here's the wheel with the motor. That alone weighs about 15 pounds. Okay, so here's a close-up view of what came in the package. It's like a pouch. It must be for the power controller. Let's see, looks like some wire retainers. Let's see, we got 2 hand grips. Looks like a terminal block, 2 brake cable, 1. This must be for the battery. Well, that's your power. And the wheel. Okay, I'm having to open up the forks a little bit more than standard to fit that hub. I'm grinding out some material here. Okay, so I finally got this whole thing put together. Got the battery on it, took it out for a test drive, and the fork split. Anyway, doing some reading online, needs torque arms or steel forks, and these are aluminum alloy original forks to the newer style Schwinn. So I went online and I found these Springer forks with like a torque arm, and it looks like the stem is the same size as Schwinn. I did measure, so hopefully that fits, and the brackets are sized to accommodate a motor. That's these, and it's got 2 steel forks, so that'll take the torque.
If you hit the throttle.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is cool. Anyway, here's the final result. We finally got it. I had to do a little conclusion video of this whole thing. So I bought new forks. I installed them. They're $150 forks. They're steel made, and they have a torque or torsion, a torque bar down here. And they fit the hub perfectly. They have a spring, although I tightened this down. I had put an extra washer in here because there was some interference. And I had to very carefully trim the stem of the fork to make it fit this. I used calipers. I was real careful. I used tape around the threads. I made sure that the the threaded top nut was all the way down before I cut the threads, so that when I finished cutting the threads, I was able to chase the threads carefully so I could get everything in there. You always want to do that. There's a little, everybody needs to know that. Put your nut down as far as it goes on the thread. Cut your fork. Chase the thread carefully. Use some oil and clean the threads with some wire brush. Makes sense. Anyway, here's the controller, the brakes, the this, the that. I got the rack because I had no other way to mount this 48 volt 1000 watt battery, so I had to break out the bank on that. It fit perfect. This is a good bike for this conversion. What else can I say? Right now this is all temporary wiring just so I can commission the whole thing. This old bike, I had sitting around, but it's in good shape. Heavy duty Schwinn. It's third generation. It's not the early generations. It didn't even have the original. It had the alloy forks, which we discussed. These busted through, had by the new forks. These got all twisted up. So make sure you use steel forks with the heavy duty thing. This thing glides and rides like $1,000,000 now. Nice. I like this design. I've got maybe $600 into this thing, but I'll tell you what, I wish I had this when I was a kid. I used to have a paper route in Costa Mesa. I used to deal or deliver the Daily Pilot, and I went up and down a lot of hills with pedal power, but I was a young kid then. I'm an old man now. But I rode this today for the first time. It's like flying. It's like being Peter Pan or Superman or something like that. Worked out really good. So if you have nominal skills, a few tools, some time in your hands, and a few bucks, an old bike, $600 to throw at it, and you take your time, you can have a lot of fun. And this is awesome. I'm super stoked. I hope it lasts. We'll see. We'll come back and see how long it lasts. Okay, so that's it. This is the whole shooting match. Please subscribe and visit again.